Hey, the content used in this video is intended for educational and informational purposes only. All rights to the images, music, clips, and other materials used belong to their respective owners. I do not claim ownership over any third-party content used in this video. Let's get to the video, dog.
Hey yo, baby D, get your little ass over here on the mic, man. Show these other little niggas they can't fuck with the Dangerous Crew, man. Spit that shit.
Shit on gold chain, gold glasses, prime time like Dion.
Hey, can't do the Quan, do the Dion. You hear me?
He don't speak on me, I don't compete with a peon. Flying a bundle like my name was Dion.
The polls from the Jackson runoff races open in less than 24 hours. Many voters tell 12 News they're ready for change, but the question remains how many will show up to vote. 12 News' Cameron Smith joining us now. And Cam, you've been following this race closely. What can you tell us after speaking with voters?
Melanie, a majority of the voters I've spoken with are ready to let someone else try running the city. They are ready for someone who can clean up the city and actually bring change. Mayor Chokwe Lumumba and Senator John Horhn have spent weeks on the campaign trail trying to advance to the general election in June. The two candidates advanced out of a 12-candidate field in the primary election as neither received the majority of the vote. This afternoon, Senator Horhn campaigned in the Presidential Hills area.
When are you planning to get out and vote tomorrow? Are you going to go early or late?
Early.
Trying to get people to vote in the runoff election.
I feel that this race is God-favored, but we also know that we have to put in the work. James 2:26 says faith without works is dead.
Horhn is trying to keep the mayor from being elected to a third term, but the mayor feels at ease.
I feel at peace. I feel that we're putting it all on the line. And, you know, I love this city.
As both candidates try to bring more voters back to the polls, voters 12 News spoke with today want to see change.
You need to make sure that you take care of your part, because that's how it goes to me. That's what I think. Back up what you're saying, you know, because I've been here and it looked like it turned into another little Chicago.
Less than 23% of all registered voters showed up for the primary election in Jackson. Historically, runoff elections see fewer voters show up at the polls. The Democratic race will face the Republican and independent candidates in the June 3rd general election. Melanie?
Well, my fellow Jacksonians, it appears that Mayor Chokwe Lumumba reign as mayor of Jackson has come to an end. Last night, Tuesday, April 22nd, 2025, there was a runoff race between Senator John Horhn and current Mayor Chokwe Lumumba. And from what I'm reading on WLBT3's website, it appears that Senator John Horhn has pulled off the victory against Chokwe Lumumba. I'll just go ahead and read this little passage that I found for you, this article that was on WLBT's website. It says, election results. Horhn defeats Lumumba in Jackson mayoral Democratic runoff. It further goes to say, State Senator John Horhn has defeated current Mayor Chokwe Lumumba in Tuesday night's Democratic runoff. Horhn got 75% of the vote Tuesday night with more than 12,000 votes, separating him and the incumbent according to unofficial results. Hundreds of supporters welcomed the longtime state senator as he and his father made their way to the stage with Horhn's wife and family following. It further goes to say, the legislator ran on a platform promising change and accountability. It also states that he has also vowed to keep Jackson from losing its assets like the airport and Smith-Wills Stadium to state interests. Horhn will now face the Republican challenger and independent challengers for Jackson mayor in the general election in June. It says Mayor Lumumba came in a distant second place in April's Democratic primary with 17% of the vote compared to Horn's 48%. Because no candidate obtained over 50% of the vote for Jackson mayor, that's what forced a runoff. And that's about all I could find this morning. I was up this morning, WAPT, checking their YouTube page, checking WLBT's YouTube page. Nobody had really posted anything, but I got word from my mom this morning that unofficial results had come in, and it appears the people have spoken. And I ran across a couple clips that showed the people voicing their opinions on what their concerns were, how they felt like they had been sold a dream. One lady even went as far as to say as Jackson appears to be the new baby Chicago. You know what I'm saying? So I think people have gotten tired of the scandals. People are tired of the violence. People are tired of the decline in the infrastructure, potholes the size of sinkholes that many people have driven into, the scandals with money laundering and bribery charges, the RICO charges, the DA getting arrested for criminal allegations. Man, it's a lot, man. It's been a very up and down. You know what I'm saying? It's been a wild one, man. And if Senator John Horn can restore some type of quality of life to the people of Jackson, Mississippi, bro, I'm all behind it. What we really don't need is another person that gets in there and is easily persuaded by being offered the bag. You know what I'm saying? You have to turn down the bag sometime, dog. And I don't know, man. Let's just see where this thing takes us, But he still has a election process that he has to do with the Republican challengers and the independent challengers, but I don't know. Senator John Horn, an older gentleman. Hopefully he's got more wisdom than to want to go sit behind bars for doing anything illegal and criminal and under the table. So maybe we'll get some good, honest compassion, empathy, and care out of the next mayor of Jackson, because I would love to see Jackson restored back to the way it used to be when I was young. The north side of town was nice, and North Park Mall didn't have so many Jabos and Reeboks in it. It was Hollister and Abercrombie and Express and Aeropostale and pretzel shops and Foot Actions and Champs and McRae's and Dillard's and Sears and freaking, you know what I'm saying? It was just a better environment when I grew up on the north side, man. I spent from age 12 to my 20-somethings in North Jackson. Then I moved around to the south side. This was around the time when Metro was on its decline, Metro Center Mall. Metro used to be alright. Used to have the Santa Claus in the middle of the mall every year. All that declined. The infrastructure started going bad. The Toys R Us in South Jackson closed down. Man, so many businesses when I ride through Jackson these days. I was up there as recently as last week, and just everything is boarded up. Like, businesses are leaving because the crime is so bad. People don't want to be around it. Financial stability is not in the city because people can't access jobs, so you have to travel the outskirts and, resort to criminal activities, selling drugs, try to make a way. And I don't know, man. Maybe this man can get on the page with Tate Reeves and they work out some things, man, because for some reason Tate Reeves and Chokwe and Tar Lumumba weren't seeing eye to eye. Neither was he seeing eye to eye with the person that preceded Chokwe and Tar Lumumba. Maybe because he knew some things that we didn't know, and he didn't want to stand behind what they were moving with. But I don't know, man. Hopefully we get some good, honest leadership in the city, and we can be on a trajectory towards restoring our greatness as capital city residents. And I heard they supposed to be doing some new developments over on Fair Street and all this type of stuff. They want to bring back the historic Fair Street district, put some stuff up. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure that people welcome all that, but people just want to not feel like they living in a third world country. So, Senator John Horn, if you win this thing against the Republicans, you got an uphill battle. It's kind of like when a president takes over after somebody's ran it in the dirt. You got a long time to have to clean this stuff up, but, everybody's behind you. Everybody's watching. The whole country's watching. So, if you win this runoff against the Republican challengers, we watching, dog. Everybody watching. People that's relocated from Jackson, people on the outskirts in Brandon, Terry, Edwards, Florence, Ridgeland, Clinton, Ken, we all watching. A lot of people moved out of the city because it just was going backwards. So maybe you could bring some people back to the city, man. All right, well, that's the unofficial results for last night's runoff, G. Let's see what happens next. All right, peace. Pray for Jackson.